Toledo, and we kind of walked around Dahlia Lounge a little bit, and it is very, very well themed and very, very brand new. So I actually talked to one of the bartenders, and they said, well, a lot of folks don't know about us just yet, so it's still kind of quiet and nice. So
that won't last very long.
No, it probably won't, but it looks
especially
wonderful.
Since you can see the fireworks.
Yeah.
Hollywood Studios fireworks.
Yeah, so you can see just about all of Hollywood Studios from the 16th floor on Gran Destino Tower. And I asked about the fireworks, and they said, yeah, we're still not very packed whenever the fireworks are happening, so they just said, come on up and have a drink and watch the fireworks.
Like me, I'm feeling it a little bit. But it's really good.
So Tori tried the El Pepino, which she said was absolutely amazing, and I had this a la Prima Manhattan, which was very similar to an old-fashioned. Very, very, very good. So Tori and I are hanging out at Dahlia Lounge right now. We just got done with Toledo, and we'll tell you a little bit about what our thoughts are about the actual setting and the food, overall presentation of it. Alright, so let's start off with the overall, just the atmosphere. What did you think about the atmosphere of Toledo?
It kind of reminded me a lot of some of the signature restaurants on property, even though it's not. And we found out it is not eligible for Tables in Wonderland because it's so new. I guess they didn't add it to this year's contract for what restaurants you would be able to use your Tables in Wonderland card at. So just know you cannot use it here. But you can use annual pass discount or your DVC discount.
Or DVC discount. You can't add them together, but overall I thought that the atmosphere, just whenever you walk in, you immediately see kind of a stained glass roof, which we found out later actually changes colors.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Which was fantastic.
Yeah, we walked in and it was yellow, and then during dinner it kind of turned like a sunset color.
It's kind of subtle.
To go along with the sunset.
Yeah, so it was very subtle, but you could, if you stared at it for a very long time, you could kind of see it, which I thought was which was fantastic. So
the floor-to-ceiling windows were really nice. Lets in a lot of natural light, so the restaurant's not dark. I think that you can see the fireworks from the restaurant.
Yeah. So it's almost kind of like a 360-degree view of a lot of stuff around us, so you can see Disney.
Oh, the fireworks are going off right now. We have a view of Fantasmic because you can see Hollywood Studios from here. So
we're gonna go
starting that show.
We're gonna go see that.
We're gonna
right
cut
now.
this off, yeah, because we don't want to go.
And we're back. So Tori and I always have these grand ideas of we're gonna have an amazing dinner and we're gonna go relax at the lounge, and best laid plans. Now that we've had mental breakdowns all across the board with Adeline and Charlotte, my thoughts on Dahlia Lounge and Toledo. So Toledo, absolutely amazing atmosphere, very well laid out, the decor, phenomenal. Food wise, Tori and I had, and Tori would love to be in this video right now, but of course she's with Adeline right now. I've got Charlotte. Charlotte has iPad. But food wise, so we tried the octopus, and Tori thought actually probably that was the favorite thing that we had tonight, almost. The steak. What was the steak? Hanger steak?
Yeah, hanger steak.
Hanger steak. And fantastic. We had 3 different types of basically small plates tapas, which was the octopus, the cheese bread, and the savory churros, which I was actually very pleasantly surprised with that, and the hanger steak. So absolutely amazing food, and honestly, in my opinion, for the price, it was very well priced. Absolutely great food. And another thing is, so even with the girls, we didn't feel like we were out of place bringing the girls with us. Charlotte would get fussy every once in a while, Adeline would get fussy, but overall we didn't feel like we were kind of being stared at with 2 little fussy babies. We will absolutely go there again. I'm excited about going again because they do have a charcuterie area, and you actually walk past there and see the different types of cheeses and aged meats that they have. So I will probably even go back there just for that. Dahlia Lounge was wonderful, very quiet, which actually, talking to the waiters and bartenders, they were actually kind of surprised how quiet. So this is on a Friday night, and even they were kind of surprised that they didn't have as many people, but we loved it. We actually got to kind of talk to our waiter and waitress for a little while. They were talking to us about the different themings Of course, I'll talk a little bit about that more on another video, but the Dahlia Lounge and of course the why am I about to call it Gran Torino? Oh, okay, it's just one of those nights. Gran Destino Tower, and there's just a lot of amazing history that goes along with that, but we'll talk about that in another video. One of the good things about Dahlia Lounge was outside you get the kind of patio area. You're on the 16th floor, so you're able to see a lot of stuff that's going around, not only Disney, but you can kind of see Orlando in the background. Fantastic views, very, very quiet bar, and you actually can look out on Hollywood Studios. You can see Fantasmic going on with fireworks. So we overall had a very fun night, great atmosphere. We did have some fussy babies, so that's kind of why we had to cut our Dahlia Lounge time short, and I'm having to finish up this video on my own because we had two little babies having mental breakdowns. But tomorrow morning we're going to check out Barcelona Lounge to maybe have some coffees, and we'll see how that goes. But overall, I think we're both very, very not surprised, because we knew that it was probably going to be a really, really good night with some really good food. But overall, absolutely very satisfied, and we'll check out Barcelona Lounge in the morning. I definitely think Disney had a great opportunity to ruin the Barcelona Lounge, and I'll give you an example. I love Starbucks. We love Joffrey's, and I very much believe that Disney had a great opportunity to build this cafe area, this lounge area, and slap a Starbucks in there, or slap a Joffrey's title on there, and I don't think anybody would have necessarily cared. But when you're going for the theme of a Barcelona cafe and a Barcelona themed or a Spanish themed resort, and you come down and you come into this lounge and there's a stained glass behind the bar, and you're able to order espresso. It definitely reminded me of the time that Tori and I went to Rome for kind of, you'd go into a quaint little cafe, you'd order a little espresso, you would sit there, and you would sit there for hours and chat and talk. And one thing, it has that feeling. It has that feeling that you could sit there and just look at the artwork and look at the beautiful lobby, probably do some people watching, sip on a cappuccino, sip on an espresso. And that is one thing that I absolutely love about this resort. And I appreciate what Disney did, because it would have been very easy to slap a Starbucks or a Joffrey's title on it and call it good, but they didn't. It's the Barcelona Lounge. It's got plenty of seating. It's very, very quiet. It's a very, very nice touch.